Coding isn't just for computers, but also for understanding how we communicate. Florida State University's Autism Institute is leading the way in coding early signs of autism. Delaney O'Hara, a research intern, is here to discuss her experience coding autistic infants' behaviors and how it's changing the way we diagnose autism. Okay, Delaney, how long have you been at FSU?
So this is my second year at FSU. Technically, I am a junior by credits, but this is only my second year here.
Okay, and what major?
I am a communication science and disorders major, so it's essentially a pre-speech pathology track.
Okay, and was this always your plan as a kid, or was this a recent discovery for you?
No, this is actually pretty recent. I always wanted to be a teacher when I was growing up. For the longest time, I always wanted to teach elementary school. And then I got to high school and realized the reality of teaching children and the pay. So I kind of had to go back to square one and then kind of found speech pathology through that. So that's how I found this major.
Wow. And you're doing an internship at FSU, right?
Yes, I am.
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, I can. So I just recently started this internship, so I'm just starting to go through all of the training for it now, and it's definitely a lot of training. But essentially, I'll be working at the Autism Institute at FSU and working with their early intervention team and trying to look at home videos that parents are sending in of their very young children. Some of them will be even younger than 2, but anywhere really from 2 to 5, and kind of coding their behavior. So looking at what they're doing in the videos and seeing if they are making any progress in some of the key areas that we're looking at. We're really looking at social behaviors. So seeing if they're making good progress in the social aspects of communication, and also looking at the parents and seeing if the parents are doing enough to support their kids. So looking to see if they're giving enough opportunities for engagement and that sort of stuff. So that's once all of my training is done and I have months of training left to go, I will eventually just be coding those videos on my own and looking at them and going through their behavior.
Oh, wow. Is there specific behavior that you look at, that you can describe for me?
Yeah, so we're going to be looking at kind of some of the major behavioral aspects of autism and seeing how we can improve that, because there's a lot of social delays with autism. So one of the big ones that is pretty easy to notice through the training, I've noticed right away, eye gaze. So making eye contact with the parents or the caregiver or whoever they're talking to. Young children with autism tend not to have a lot of eye gaze and get very focused on whatever object is in front of them. Mm-hmm. So one of the things that we'll work on is improving eye gaze. So parents have steps to kind of encourage eye gaze and kind of engage with the child. And so through these videos, I'll get to code and look and see, okay, are they making eye contact with the parent, or are they stuck? Is their attention stuck on them? Is it about 50-50? Or if they've they get eye gaze, they're making eye contact 90% of the time, that's kind of what we're looking at.
Okay. And do the videos come from families in Florida, or is it the entire country?
I think it's mostly local families. I haven't really from the videos that I've watched, they've been mostly local Tallahassee, Florida families. Oh, okay. But they are working with other universities through this, so it is kind of a countrywide thing. But I think for FSU, they're going to keep us mostly local, with Florida families. Although hopefully, I will one day see out just beyond what's here in Florida.
Yeah. How long's the internship?
It's going to be about 2 years long, so there'll be the rest of my undergrad. So that's why it's a lot of training to get there, and then I'll keep this internship through graduation. Then I don't know if they have any sort of options for graduate students. I haven't gotten that far, but I would have to get accepted to FSU's graduate program, obviously, to continue with them. But they might have some options past undergrad.
Oh, wow. So you do plan on continuing into grad school?
Yes. I have to, like, once I have my bachelor's degree, I can't officially become a speech pathologist until I go through some sort of master's program, whether it's at Florida State or any other university that offers it. And then from there, I can officially be a speech pathologist, like work in the schools and stuff.
Wow. Is there anything else you want to point out about this internship? Because there seems to be so much that goes into it, and especially since it's 2 years long.
It's a long-term commitment. They were looking for people that were going to commit to this for a long time, just because this is still a pretty new thing for the most part. Like, this has only been within the past couple of years coming up with this early autism early intervention program. And as I go along, I'm probably going to have to continue to be retrained, because they learn more and more by doing these videos and doing all these trainings. So it's kind of like I'm learning with them, and they're teaching me things, but they're also learning with us. This is like a whole new thing. But the end goal for all of this, like, not just even my internship, but theirs, is to have early intervention programs all over the country, because it does make such a difference for children with autism.
Yeah.
So that's why it's a new thing. It's a lot of work, but hopefully it'll be rewarding work, and hopefully something that I could take away to, like, I don't have to research code the rest of my life, but hopefully I can take what I learned from there and then apply it to, like, patients and stuff in the future.
And I just wanted to ask, what advice would you give to incoming college students?
Just don't stress about anything. Like, you don't have to have it all figured out right away. I remember coming in freaking out because I didn't have a major, and then once I figured out my major, I had to get, like, accepted into the program and this and that, and I freaked out about everything. But it's really not worth it to stress, because everything happens for a reason. You'll find every opportunity that's meant to be for you will find its way to you. So there's no reason to stress. I mean, obviously seek out opportunities, but you'll figure it out.